It's like the news, but for nerds. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. Nerdvengers, what is up? It is Josh, and this is your nerdy news rundown for Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. And oh, baby, we've got a couple of juicy Marvel stories for you. We have indication and exclusive from the hashtag show that Johny Blaze as Ghost Rider will be coming into the MCU. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, let's talk about very interesting comments made about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. I have this pulled up right now on The Direct. The title of the article says, Marvel's Black Panther 2 plot is odd at parts, claims Martin Freedman. The article reads, in just a couple of months, Marvel Studios is set to roll cameras and start the shooting for one of 2022's MCU summer blockbusters, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This will arguably be the studio's toughest movie ever to bring to life on an emotional level after losing leading man Chadwick Boseman last year, although fans are very much looking forward to seeing the legacy continue. They go on to say Everett Ross actor Martin Freeman appeared on the Late Show with James Corden to tease some of what's coming for both his role and the story in Marvel Studios' Black Panther Wakanda Forever. After a Zoom call with director Ryan Coogler, who meticulously took him through all of his character's beats, Freeman described his reactions as very odd. Noticing these reactions, Coogler simply kept telling Freeman, stay with me, but this is going to work, with Freeman revealing that he thinks people are in for a real treat next summer. Here's the specific quote here. It says, I had a Zoom call with Ryan Coogler, the director and co-writer, about 7 or 8 weeks ago, I suppose. He sort of meticulously took me through all of my character's beats in the film. He took me through the film, but incorporating my character's beats. And some of it was really very odd. And I think Coogler could see from the reaction on my face to some of the things he was saying, my face must have been going like a shocked face like that, because he kept sort of stopping and he kept going, stay with me, but this is going to work. People are in for, I think, a real treat. I mean, we've not done it yet. Who knows? We might make it awful, but I'm hoping we won't. I'm hoping people are going to be in for a treat. Freeman's main focus with continuing his role in the Black Panther franchise is to do the first film justice and to make sure he and the cast do right by the series' late leading man Chadwick Boseman. He goes on to say, obviously, the hope is we do the first film justice and we do Chadwick's legacy on it justice and make hopefully another good film. Pretty interesting comments there. I've seen some people react pretty negatively on Twitter about this. There are a lot of people that are hoping and were hoping that Marvel would actually recast T'Challa and have T'Challa as a Black Panther continue in the MCU. Now, we don't fully know what exactly their plans are, but the fact that we haven't heard exactly what's going on, Marvel hasn't clarified anything other than the fact that they're not going to CGI recreate Chadwick Boseman's performance and they are not recasting for the role, at least that's what they are saying, has led fans to just kind of have a lot of questions and be interested and confused about what could be going on. That confusion is exacerbated when you hear comments like this from Martin Freeman saying that he found it very odd and that Coogler had to keep saying to him, just go with me on this, just go with me on this. Now, my personal take on this, and it is speculation of course, is that it is possible something very weird and multiverse related will be happening in Black Panther Wakanda Forever to kind of fulfill giving us a new T'Challa or a new Black Panther. There are two main options I think could be possible and could both fit into the fact that Martin Freeman is saying that this is just really odd and weird. Number one would be if there was a multiversal version of the T'Challa character that comes in from a different universe and takes over the role of being Black Panther in our universe. We've seen weird stuff like this happen with the Loki that we're going to experience in the Loki show, not really being the Loki that we see killed at the beginning of Infinity War. We also see Gamora replaced after dying to the Soul Stone by a version from a different branch timeline. So it's not the first time that something weird like this has happened. And with Spider-Man 3 rumors and Doctor Strange rumors of multiversal versions of characters coming in, it is possible we see a different actor playing a T'Challa from a different universe that then comes in and replaces our own T'Challa. The second option, which I'd actually prefer and could actually also tie into the first option, would be if they resurrected or had Eric Killmonger not die at the end of Black Panther 1 and to have him come into the fold and replace T'Challa as Black Panther. We do think that they're probably going to kill Chadwick off in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever film, or have him have died off screen or something like that, right? And it's possible then that in the wake of that happening, Eric Killmonger, a villain, somebody that was totally at odds with T'Challa in the first film, could step up to the plate, could have a turn and become Black Panther. He technically had the throne in the first film. Maybe he takes it again. Maybe they need him to take it. There could be some really weird stuff going on there. But a lot of us have thought that just in general, having Michael B. Jordan become Black Panther would be very cool. He would be a great Black Panther and really be able to honor the legacy of Chadwick Boseman and possibly of T'Challa from the first movie. So there you have it. Very strange story. Martin Freedman saying that he finds it to be really weird and odd. I also find it interesting that he did this read like 7 or 8 weeks ago, meaning that like pretty quickly they adjusted the script and Coogler had a great idea. We've heard Letitia Wright say recently that she thinks that the script that Coogler has really good sort of love shown for the first film and to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. So I don't know what exactly to make of it, but that is what was said out there and sort of my speculation on it. Let us know what you think Martin Freeman's comments mean about Black Panther 2 in the comments section below. And now let's get into a story that is sure to make Nerdvenger Rogue Soul giddy as a schoolboy. And this is all about Ghost Rider coming to the MCU. I'm reading this as an exclusive over on the Hashtag Show, thehashtagshow.com. They said here, last week we talked about Bloodborne coming to HBO. This week we're talking about something huge, Ghost Rider. They say we can exclusively confirm that Ghost Rider is coming to the MCU. When the rights of the character reverted, Marvel had to decide what to do with the character. They say, how does Johny Blaze fit into the MCU? And go on to say, I've seen concept art from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that shows Ghost Rider. From what I've seen and heard, it'll be a cameo at best, but considering Multiverse of Madness is exploring the multiverse and will have horror elements, a cameo would fit in with the movie while not distracting too much from the rest of the film. So pretty freaking interesting there. I find it pretty interesting that they clarify in the article that it's not going to be Nick Cage, because one of the big rumors was that, yes, they were going to put Ghost Rider into Doctor Strange 2, but they were actually going to get Nick Cage back and have him play sort of that version of the character. There's talks of even Hugh Jackman as Wolverine cameoing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But if they don't get Nick Cage and they do Johny Blaze, I don't know if it's going to have the same multiverse that it had or that it could potentially have with Nick Cage. Regardless, this is a massive story. As you know, indicated in the article, this was a confusing element for Marvel. Ghost Rider is a huge comic book character, very freaking strong, like really a powerhouse of a character, and was a shining star in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Diego Luna character. So it's interesting that they're going to bring the actual Johny Blaze version of Ghost Rider back, that there's concept art of him being attached to Doctor Strange. I don't even know if it is going to be multiverse related. It could just be sort of demon or, you know, underworld or, you know, connected to dark magic in the way that Wanda is. Like maybe friggin' Ghost Rider Johny Blaze is aware of who Wanda is as well, knows what the Scarlet Witch is, and he's trying to shut her down or something like that. Could be really interesting there. But that is the report, ladies and gentlemen. According to the Hashtag Show, they've seen concept art of Ghost Rider coming into the MCU for Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. Seems like it will likely just be a cameo, but it's also likely not going to be Nick Cage or Diego Luna from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the prior movies. So let us know what you think about that. Let us know what you're thinking about that Black Panther story. Lots of juicy stuff coming at you. We'll be following all of these stories closely. If there are any updates, we will talk about them either on the live streaming channel over on the Den of Nerds Live, or we'll do another update video, you know, keeping you guys in the loop. So make sure you're checking back for all of that. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.